Howdy YouTube, Darlington Farm here. So, yeah, I haven't had a whole lot of videos up lately. I have been super busy. I have been building some stuff.
1/2 mile to the end of the street.
Well, thank you, GPS. Thank you for interrupting my train of thought there. Anyway, so yeah, I've basically been super busy working out of town. In a place where I can't really video. I took some pictures of the platform that I built, and here you can see them right now. Alright, so as you saw there, basically it is a stainless steel, elevated platform in a clean room that is basically there so you can access that pipe that kind of goes up and around. I don't remember if it's installed in that pictures, but anyway, there's a pipe that goes up and over, so basically they can take it out and clean it. So anyway, that's what I've been building, and boy, when you do something in a facility like that, it takes a shocking amount of time. I would have guessed, maybe 3 days, but it ended up taking 65 hours to put that thing together. So it was
turn left on East County.
It was a project. Anyway, so yeah, that's done. I am getting ready. I got to do a shutdown at a place that makes soybean oil next week. And like I said in my last video there, my Vantage decided, well, no, actually my Vantage was fine. The mice got into my Vantage. So I took it off the truck to save some weight while I was hauling a bunch of machinery around, and yeah, the mice got in there and totally screwed things up. I haven't really had time to mess with it. Basically, I think the rotor in it's bad because I had chassis ground, no 0 ohms, or like 1 ohm on one side and 26 ohms on the other. So I think I just have a problem with the rotor. I haven't really had time to mess with it yet. Basically, I ended up just finding a propane Trailblazer 302 on eBay and made them an offer and ended up getting it for 1,700 bucks. So we're going to pick it up today, and hopefully I can use that during the shutdown. I can always throw my SA250 or my SA200 on the truck. I didn't really want to take the 250 along just because it is so heavy, and it's where I'm working is quite a ways from my house. And I just didn't really want to have to put the wear and tear on the truck. Plus, this propane one will be nice because I can actually just have them forklifted off my truck and take it into where we're working, so I don't have to run a crap load of leads, which will be really nice. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna drive out there. It's up in Anderson, which is not too far from me. It's about an hour and a half. So anyway, we'll take you guys along for the ride. All right, YouTube. Well, so I picked up the Welder, and it's getting a bath because I just drove through a pretty good storm on my way back from Lebanon. And as you can see it behind me here, it's a 2008, if I remember correctly, Lincoln, yeah, Miller Trailblazer 302. Set up for propane. It's got the Kohler CH20 motor. It's got 800 and some hours on it. It looked like there was a lot of oil slopped all over the motor compartment, but I don't know if that's just from somebody changing it and making a mess or what the deal is. So once we get home here, I'll pull it off and actually take a look at it. Alright, YouTube. Well, got this guy back, got it off the truck. Went ahead and changed the oil in it. And I gotta say one thing, man, these propane engines, the oil is super clear. So I thought I had actually run out of oil after I changed it there, because it says 2 quarts. I filled it to 2 quarts and fired it up for a second there just to get oil in the filter over here on the side. And when I first glanced at it, I was like, holy shit, it says on the dipstick there 2 quarts is the what it takes, and there's nothing in there. But on closer inspection, it actually did have oil in it. It was just super crystal clear. The stuff beforehand, I'm assuming had 125 hours on it, because on this thing, when you click it on, first one tells you the hours, so it's got 809 hours. Second one is the countdown to 100 hours, and it was minus 25, which says that it was at 125 hours on the oil. So it was still pretty dang clean. It was cleaner than what I would expect it in a gas motor when you first, you know, put it in and fire it up. What all have I really done to it? Basically, all I did was pop the top off, take my air compressor, blow the insulation out of it. It came from a place that did insulation, and it was full of this crap, this nasty cellulose. But after I got that out of there, it was pretty clean on the inside. There was a bunch of oil and stuff on the motor. I was worried I had some serious oil leaks, but after I've run it here, it doesn't appear that I have any. And what I'm suspecting was when they changed it, and then when they changed this filter over here, I'm guessing it just ran everywhere, and then that insulation stuck to it, which is why it was kind of so nasty on the inside. And then this guy, I zip tied up where it's not going to drain. I was kind of worried about that thing. It was just dangling down in there. I was kind of worried about it accidentally getting tripped. But I've been doing a little bit of welding here with it, and just practicing on a piece of scrap here. It is no SA200, it is no SA250, but not bad. 1/8 inch 70/18s, beautiful. 1/8 inch 60/10s, 5/32 and 3/16 60/10s. No, it just doesn't have it. Flat is fine, but downhand, even when you put it in the stiff 60/10 position there, it just doesn't have it. But for small stuff, I think this is going to be handy. It just lifts right off this cart, and you know, it's got the rack for the propane bottle, so it's nice. I can just pick it up, take it where I'm working, and use it. So that's pretty nice. It's a little beat up on the outside. I might take this top one off here and just repaint it at some point and peel these nasty peeling Trailblazer stickers off there. But yeah, I've kind of come to the conclusion, especially after, you know, my Vantage there, the old DC welders like this, they're worth keeping around, but the electronic ones, not so much. You know, parts are really expensive. I'm kind of starting to look at those more like they're just kind of disposable. I was pricing out a new version of this. It was almost 8,000 bucks. It was like 7,000 and change, plus that bracket and hose on the back. Miller wants another 500 bucks for. So I think I'm just going to keep this guy until it blows up. And I think I may go ahead and fix my Vantage. I haven't had time to look at it yet, and I may just go ahead and sell it. I like it, but that's an expensive piece of hardware to just use. Not if you don't use it every day. It's kind of an expensive piece of hardware to keep laying around. Anyway, let me put this on the tripod and fire this guy up here.